Hello, I am Dave Luskin with Central Virginia Endurance. I'm about to do a bike fit on one of our athletes, Kevin Bertram. I'm really excited to do it today because of one little part. We just got in for the fit bike, which makes a bike fit a lot easier and smoother process. And it's this right here. It's called a Switchit. It basically allows us to do what I just did, which is to try as many different seats as we want very quickly. Just like that. It's got a built-in tilt adjustment, so Kevin can try that seat. If he doesn't like it, he can try another one. Now, why is this an exciting thing? Well, when you've done a few hundred bike fits, you quickly realize how important the seat is, especially how important it is when you're riding an aero bars, as well as how personal seats are. You just never know what's going to work for certain people. But when you can try a lot of seats in rapid succession, you can probably, if not pick the one that's the best for you, at least narrow it down and then maybe go out for a test ride. But frankly, I think this device is going to negate the need to test ride saddles for a lot of people. The bike fit flows from having the right seat and the right posture for it. Until you get to that point, it can be a herky-jerky experience to get somebody sitting on the bike properly. So we're going to start Kevin off with the saddle he's most familiar with. Kevin is actually a great candidate for this device and this service, this start of the bike fit, because he doesn't really know. He has used a Physique Arione tri-saddle. I said, is it comfortable? He said, it's okay. So Kevin, without further ado, hop on there and we're just going to give you a baseline. Now, how long does it take you to determine if a saddle is comfortable for you or not? I know some people like to say they need to take it and ride it for 3 weeks or 3 months. And frankly, I don't agree with that. I think you can figure out if a saddle is at least reasonably going to give you a decent ride in 3 minutes at the most. Now, you've been on this one before. You know what it feels like. So all I want to do is give you a baseline impression of it. And then what we're going to do, just for comparison's sakes, we're going to switch you to a similar saddle with more padding. So this one you kind of sit on the same way. You nose ride it. That's it. So let's hop off and see if you like this one better. We kind of get the nose of the saddle in roughly the same place. Seat height, setback, fine-tuning, anything else on the bike really doesn't matter at this point in terms of just getting you on a comfortable seat. We put the fit bike in a reasonable position for Kevin so he's not really stretched out or really high, where he can just focus on what he thinks about the seat. Now, some people could get on that seat and in 5 seconds they could say nothing, or what do you think about that seat? Is it better than the one you were just on? Maybe, maybe not?
I'll definitely sit in a different spot.
Definitely sit in a different spot. Is that a candidate, or would you kick that to the curb and go back to the Physique if that was the only, if those were the only 2 saddles in the world?
I would go back to the
You would go back to the seat. That's all the answer we need. Pop off. Now, if Kevin's not really happy with the Physique, we could real quick put on like one of the John Cobb V-Flows. But since, have you ever tried an Adamo saddle before?
I have not.
Okay, so we're going to try the Adamo. We're going to try the Basic, which is the road edition of the Adamo. Now, with this seat, we're actually going to set it up with the front a little bit further back, and we're just eyeballing this stuff. Right? Because on this seat, you sit here. I keep my hand here. You don't touch it. Right? This is the, for gentlemen, it's like going commando because you're, the boys hang off the front. Put it to you that way. We might have to edit the video for that. The boys hang off the front. It's also an excellent saddle for ladies. And so what you want to see to make sure the rider's on there right is basically go ahead just a little bit further forward. So you've got to ensure that somebody's on this thing the right way. So there you go. Now, right around there, you should find a sweet spot where it will be most comfortable. It may not be more comfortable than the Physique you're on, but
I like this one.
you like that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to try the bike fit with that one? Or you want to try a Cobb V-Flow? Is that the winner? That's better than the Physique for you?
It's like the same as that one. I'm just so used to that Physique.
Yeah.
But this one definitely has a different feel.
Cool. Now sit up, don't even get off the bike, just come off the seat for 1 second. What if we were to like add a little forward tilt to it?
Yeah,
That's even better. Yeah, you can get away with a little forward tilt on the cobs because there's more contact attached, so you don't slide as easily.
Right.
But since we're doing this for fun, let's put you on a cob V-flow for a second and see what you think about that one. Put you on the standard V-flow, not the max. Now with the V-flow, they actually recommend, or they say you can get away with a little tilt up. So you've almost got a little cup there that you're sitting in. So you're not as nose riding on this one, you're actually sitting on it a little bit more. See what you think about that. Did it slide back? I slid it back. I can actually slide it forward a little bit if you want. Just come up off it real quick. Okay. That feels good too. What would be the winner for you? Could you pick a winner out of those four?
I still like that physique.
You like the physique? Want to go back to the original?
I like that odometer.
Well, how about this? So you know what the physique feels like. Why don't we go through the bike fit on the Adamo? You know, and that can be like your test ride.
Okay.
So in I think that was less than 10 minutes, we can go through a process that simply because it is so hard, sometimes you take a seat off a seat post and get another one on, depending on the seat post. You can take 5, 10, 15 minutes to do that and get another seat put on the bike. So bike fitters aren't doing that. They're not, and I'm to blame for it as anyone else. We just, oh, please let me get this guy on a seat that he doesn't hate. And that's not the way to go. This is going to change everything. That's it.